heard everyone's anus in the crowd just... And then we cheered when he managed to avoid death.
As long as you can market yourself and you're not an incel, it's really not that hard. It's not hard to get likes. In the middle of butt-fuck nowhere.
That sounds about right.
That's
for
Ohio, buddy.
Yep.
That's just...
Dude, fuck Ohio. Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
To the Take of the Day pod. Live. With your hosts, Ryan.
Alex.
And Josh.
Hell of a time to be back. Right before I go. It's
Can't believe it's taken them this long to deport you.
I know, they finally got me. Anyway, no, I'm
because
going
you tried
on.
to apply for insurance, isn't it? And that's how they got you.
Yeah, no, you got me. They got me. They're like, this doesn't check out. I'm going to Washington, D.C. for 4 days with my boy Alex, who's been on the pod.
Mhm.
And we're going to drive tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. 9 hours. 9 hours. And we're going to drive through some mountains, which is cool.
Are you like driving straight 9 hours? Or
Nope, gay
No.
the whole way. Well, you see, the car has like that shake wake technology, so as long as you're jerking it the whole way, you don't have to stop for
I know,
gas.
and we're going to have to like trade spots because we're going to have to like change up arms.
You don't
No.
want to get there with like one like crab claw and then the little one. No, you're on an even spread on your muscle gain.
Yeah. No, we're gonna stop a couple times. We're gonna get some lunch, stretch out the legs.
No dinner, only lunch. That is the only meal that is allowed.
Yeah. Well, we're leaving around probably noon, so we're gonna get there at night. That's just
You're
think.
not leaving till noon?
I'm getting. He wants me to be there at 11 tomorrow.
Why would you guys not leave earlier?
Because we're not stupid. I mean, I don't know. We should plan. I think we need to plan around when we're gonna go, like drive through the mountains. I think we need to kind of figure out what time that will be, because I don't want to hit golden hour and the sun shining. Actually, I'm pretty nervous about driving through the mountains. He says it's very intimidating because
As
you're up
someone
there.
that's driven like down to the Carolinas, it sucks ass.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, but if you're behind the driver's side, you're just going, "Oh, neat. Hey, there's death. That's fun."
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go down the hill.
That sounds terrifying, and I don't want to do it.
I can barely hear you, by the way.
Oh, hold on.
Hey, Josh, you know how in Michigan we have shoulders on our road? So, like, in case of emergency or some asshole weaves a little bit, you can go, kind of fuck off.
Yes.
You don't get that with mountain roads.
I feel like you've told us that before, or someone has told us that before. I don't remember what the context
So,
was.
yes,
Oh
prepare
god,
yourself
that
for
freaks
precision.
me out,
Yeah.
dude. God, I just thinking about that. Like,
If it makes you feel any better, you're never going to go more than like 45 through any of those areas.
45 is quite fast.
That is the speed limit, and people do not abide by it.
I'm not surprised.
Do they go faster or slower?
Slower?
Okay. Good.
I nearly got out of my car and pushed at one point because I felt safer.
Yikes.
But yeah, this is my first time ever seeing mountains, so I'm pretty happy. I'm excited. I hope to go to the Smithsonian. That would be ideal.
Which one?
There's more than one.
There's the
Dude, it's a zip code. There's a
like
lot.
there's like the natural history one.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the space and techie kind of one.
Mm-hmm.
I still can barely hear you.
Better.
That's better. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a
In general or with the audio?
there's a few different Smithsonian museums.
Okay. So I've been on a kick for lottery tickets.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Jesus, you're becoming one of those.
Yeah. So I spent $20 on 2 lottery tickets at first, and then I won $60. I was like, okay, you know what?
Get you.
Yeah, I'm hooked. And then I bought
And then you bought $60
I
worth
bought
of lottery tickets.
I bought $50 worth of lottery tickets, and I lost. So I came out with a profit of 10. and then I bought another $20 worth, and I made $20 back. So, I mean, I'm not doing too bad.
Congrats, you have just littered. That's all you've done.
I've made
You
$10
have created
profit.
waste.
Yeah, but it's fun. I like that. It's like, you never know.
Okay.
One of these days. I
So are
could-
you like a scratch-off type of person? Is Mega Millions your jam, or is it anything in
So
particular?
right now it's scratch off. Honestly, I've just been kind of dicking around.
Just pointing at shit going, the
Yeah.
red one looks neat.
I'm like, dude, I've been feeling lucky recently. Like, I feel like things have been going really well for me. So I'm like, fuck it. I might as well do that. And like, that's when I got the $60.
Do you think he's going to break his left leg or his right?
Hopefully neither.
Dude, I hope no luck happens to be on this trip, especially in
I'm
those
just saying,
mountains.
you're tempting shit over there, my dude. I'm feeling lucky lately. Time to go through the mountains.
Alex, can we please go around?
Better hope that the emergency kit comes in handy.
I know I'm gonna bring it.
Smart.
Speaking of emergency kits,
Oh,
I have a funny
God.
story.
Do you know?
So, as some people may know, I made this post on Facebook about like how I got this, how I went through this stupid fire course thing.
Dude, if there was not a photo, I would have assumed that was a spam.
Yeah, that's what they said. That's what they said.
Oh, you gonna take a fucking picture too?
to
Okay,
say it's not spam.
When it sounds like the post is spam, that's when you're like, this is fucking weird. This is odd. Like, what the fuck?
No, so we'll play it back a couple weeks. The first week of October, I went with Kaylin, my girlfriend, and her family. We went to a fair, and I went into do one of these raffles that was like, guess how much money. And so you can have two guesses. I guess like it was two something, and then the other one was 169. And
Nice.
huh?
Nice.
And the actual amount was 155. So I was like the closest one, and I got a stupid emergency kit, and I'm like, oh cool. So they're like, just wanted to confirm where you live so we can drop it off. So I did all that, and they were like, do you live with your girl? I'm like, no, but she like whatever, she's just my girl, and I have like roommates and stuff. And they're like, oh okay, cool. So
And your mother's maiden name is...
and your social security is 3 days, 3 attempts to, like, the first day was Sunday, and I kind of got ready for this day to come or whatever, and they were like, car broke down. Fine, whatever. And
Wait, Sunday or Monday?
Monday. my
Okay,
bad.
I was gonna say like.
Monday, yeah, the car broke down, so they pushed it back to Tuesday. 11:30 in the morning, because I was gonna work, and so I was here, and they called to confirm. They're like, you actually have to have Kaylin with you. I'm like, why? Like, just let me sign the damn thing. And so we finally got it for today in the morning, and she spent the night. And the guy came in. He had a backpack, and he had a like a luggage case. And I'm like, what the hell? And so he's like, hey, I've been here. Can I come in? And I'm like, yeah, sure. We took him into the garage, and he's like, all right, here's your thing. I'm like, all right, awesome. He's like, so can I come inside the house? I'm like, well, why? I thought he was just gonna come in, sign it off, and I was gonna go. We had to sit through an hour pitch for it was home like smoke detectors, and he did this pitch on like the difference between what what's being sold out into the public versus what their product is. It was like $6,000. I'm like, dude, hey man, I'm like renting here. I have to talk to the homeowner. I'm like, and hell, no way I'm paying by myself like $6,000 for. It was just stupid.
I didn't know that part,
dude. It was a lot of money. I'm like, kiss my ass. How about that?
Yeah.
And well, anyway, so I make it a job. I gave him my information. He's like, I can get you at least an interview. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, sure, why not?
An interview to do what? Be
More
asked to be
exactly what
let
he-
into people's houses to try to sell them $6,000 worth of fireworks.
Yes. And that's how I start my spree. Just let me to your home.
You're gonna rob people? Jesus.
Sure.
And you got a kit out of this?
Yeah. So I got a nice little safety kit, which is refillable if you just send them the stuff.
See, when he told me about this on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
he made it sound like it was gonna be like 3 little safety pack things,
Mm-hmm.
one for each of us, Ryan, me, and Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was in my room pretty much the whole morning because I was like, I don't want to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have shit going on until later.
Yep.
And so I went out here to grab something or grab water or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my little bastard cat took off. I'm like,
Yep.
son of a bitch. Because when I stepped out there the first time, I closed my door and I was kind of walking. I'm like, who the fuck is he talking to? Like, I thought he was just dropping shit off and running. So I'm like, I don't feel like fucking interacting with this guy and getting involved in one. So I was kind of like, I'm gonna go back to my room. When I went to go back to my room, that's when my cat ran off. And I was like, son of a bitch, because I thought he ran up the stairs up to Austin's room. So I was like, I gotta get him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I walked around the corner. I'm like, my cat ran upstairs. He's like, they're like, oh no, he was by the guy's stuff. I'm like, oh fuck. So I'm like, all right, come on, Beat, you gotta go back to my room. So I went back to my room and just chilled.
I appreciate your animal forced you to interact socially with people.
I know. I was trying to lock eyes with him and be like, help.
So I went back to my room
Josh,
for
that
like.
thing. You know that thing with the emergency today?
And
So I went back to my room and hung out a little bit, and I came back out, and I didn't hear him talking, but I saw the bathroom light was on and the door shut. I'm like, okay. And so we were like whispering back and forth, so the guy couldn't hear us. Oh
just
my
awkward.
god.
I felt so bad because I told Kaylin, I'm like, hey, you just need to be here so they can sign off on it to let us know that they were both here. And she's like, yeah, no problem. So when we chill
Joke's
and hang
on
out,
You inadvertently tricked her into a class and a spiel.
I know. I'm like, dude, are we getting a timeshare? Like, what's going on? And I looked at her and she was like, you fucking kidding me right now? She's like, you're so lucky. I love you. So I beat the shit out of you. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She's like, you owe me one. I'm like, yes, I do. Damn. What? Oh. Damn.
Trying to be quiet.
Power, Jesus.
Most time you fucking bitch at me for opening it up here.
You think
Let
we're
it
not going
rip.
to take any opportunity to bitch at you?
Fair.
Yeah.
Gonna bust your balls if you just like stand awkwardly against a wall doing nothing. I will find a way. Because that's how we show we care for some fucked reason. But in contrast to your fun little spiel, I actually went and re-upped my first responder training at work recently,
Hell yeah.
which was 3 goddamn hours of what felt like high school health class. Because it's just wander in, set up the projector. We still have projector issues for some reason in this, the year of our Lord, and blah, blah, blah. Fun times. We hate that system. It's being replaced at some point. The only reason I know of it is because as IT, people look at me when technology breaks, despite the fact that I don't touch that fucking system. That's
funny.
a sales thingy.
That's so funny.
But no, I do the tippy tap on the computer door, therefore. Up
Yup.
to bat I go.
Yep. Sounds about right.
So yeah, turned on the video and it feels like fucking filmed in 2002 safety procedures. When you see an unconscious body, what do you do?
Leave.
The Dora the Explorer ass man looks at you as though we are to respond as a group of adults.
At what point do people like update those kind of videos and shit? Because I feel like there's a lot of things
I
like
think
that.
it should be once every 10 years.
I think at least that, or at least 5 years, every 5 years.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was probably
thinking
being a
what it
bit harsh. It was probably just before pandemic, most
Oh, okay.
likely.
'Cause
Because
that's
it was
like
an actually decent video quality, so it can't have been pre-2010.
true, very true.
But it was just 3 hours of, if you see someone unconscious, look around, make sure the area is safe. Check if they're responsive. Send someone to get an AED if anything is going wrong. Find it, get him here. Slap a slap. They can notify authority. But for the love of God, step 3 is always the AED, which is the defibrillator thing that we'll see. Usually they come in yellow or red.
That kind of remind the little spiel you're giving from the video that reminds me that I was talking to my manager at work on it was yesterday, and it was talking about how Michigan's coach for football, I guess he had like a seizure or something like that at the game on Saturday, and then a Lions player had something going on in the game, and he made a comment. He's like, "Yeah, we were at the pumpkin patch Sunday, and this lady in front of us just spat, like had a seizure and fell to the ground." And he's like, "She must be on drugs or something because I guess the people that she was just dragged her off to the side." I'm like, "Oh my God, dude, what the fuck? Like, what is wrong with people?"
Fun fact, seizures were actually brought up in our health training. And one of the things is, once they're back in like the land of consciousness, ask them if it's a common thing. Or even like if they're going into a seizure episode.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
It didn't really specify what to do with, this is a normal thing. Just continuing to bobblehead around.
Because what do you consider normal with that kind of thing?
If
like,
it's reoccurring.
but like,
if it's like just a chronic like symptom at this point, you just like fucking sit there with a bottle of water and wait. The answer from my training is more or less, stick with them, make sure they're okay.
Well, it's like, epilepsy. Like, if it's like something like that.
That makes more sense. But if it's just like a seizure out of nowhere, it's like, okay, does this happen like every month, every week? Like, how often are we talking here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun time. I'll have to actually go back through my notes because I'm already feeling that I'll just gotta slip away from me. Because for whatever reason, trying to cram 3 hours of like medical knowledge in that kind of environment, not the most effective teaching method.
Yeah.
Especially considering what's the adult brain can handle information intake at. It's like 45 minutes at a time, I think is the best intake number.
45 and 15. The 45-15
Why
method.
the fuck do we have an hour and a half long lecture classes then in college?
Because fuck yourself.
Fuck that shit, dude.
Yet we
Education
have
is
an
not
hour and a
about
half
teaching
podcast.
you. It is about
What?
payment.
I said, yeah, we have an hour and a half podcast.
No, we've
You
put them
think
down.
people listen to the first and last half?
No.
I imagine they vaguely tune in halfway through the middle. Except my dad, who will listen in and then make comments at me a week and a half later.
Could have been better.
Hi,
son.
Dad.
Could have been better.
Love you. Appreciate your support of my thing.
Okay.
Still weird when you call me randomly and go, "You don't like my road rage?" It's off-putting when it comes out of nowhere. I forget what we talk about.
That's very fair, yeah. That's funny.
Josh, what episode is this?
This is 44.
This is 44?
Yes.
What a way we've come.
I know. I have a couple ideas in mind for 50, to be honest. So I'm kind of...
Do we all get walkers and back braces?
No.
But we get them stylized with Take of the Day. It'll encourage us to get a legible logo.
One day.
I was gonna say maybe we'll have a new brand look at 50.
It'll be right up there when I finish the theme song. I pulled out a trombone with the last 3 months. I'm musical-ish.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Any good?
Plastic one. I
Oh.
sucked ass. I did
It's better
kind of
than
shake off the
nothing.
rest. It was fun. What's the last time you played anything musical? Do you still have your trombone?
Yeah. Well, it's at my parents',
Okay.
and I haven't played it since.
You haven't felt the need to just go
No.
put a foot on the back patio and just play it at the church in...
So
Yeah,
fun
reasons.
fact, we'll hit 50 episodes at the start of the year.
Woo!
Look how far we really have come, I guess. I mean, to be fair, I feel like we've only put in about a year and a half worth of work.
Yes? I don't know.
Because we took
yes, because we
quite
had-
a few
Buffering
breaks.
for math.
You're right. You're right. Yeah.
Buffering for math. Just the
Yeah,
moment of silence.
because we took a big break in 2020, and then we
there
took
was-
last year's break.
A break between we might as well say May and November of 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and then middle of July to October of last year, I think.
Something like that.
I don't remember. But yeah, you're basically right.
Yeah.
There's about
A year and a half worth of work.
and it's also pretty much every other week that we put an episode out. It's not like we're doing this weekly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could do this weekly.
No. We'd have, honestly, if we did half an
We're
hour
at the
episodes, I wouldn't
point
mind. I would do
where
that.
we're actively, like, our scheduling is actually filling up with shit to do.
The other issue is if we were closer, it'd be easier to do it. And I wouldn't have as much of an issue to do it weekly and do somewhat shorter episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But because there's that, like, you might as well say hour of travel time. That's a lot more work on me to kind of, in a way, for editing
There's
shit.
stuff
Yeah.
and things to do.
But anyways, what else have you been up to, Ryan? We're missing one thing.
Remind me.
The reason why we didn't do this last week. Part of the reason why we did this last week.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, I got to go to the Gorillaz concert, which was really cool. That's one big thing that dating Kaylin has, like, taught me. She's really big in concerts. So, like, she went to
Like,
go.
she expands in them, or?
Yes. She, like, absorbs their souls and, like, their good vibes, and she just fills up.
It's a strong power.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Damn.
She's a powerful woman. What can I say? And so she went to go to Five Finger, and I was like, well, I got nothing better going. Well, actually, I do have something better. I'm kidding. I totally forgot what was going. No, so they asked me like 3 different times, and then I was like, I really can't afford it because I'm going on this trip this week, and
Financial budgeting.
yeah, so they were like, the ticket's like $100. So I'm like, no. And then I'm like, I can't do it. And they were like, 80. I'm like, no. They're like, 60. I'm like, no. He's like, all right, fine, $50. That's half off. I'm like, all right, well, I can't say no to that.
They being Austin, our roommate, and then
Yeah.
our other buddy, Austin.
Yeah.
Webby.
And that,
These are different people.
dude, that group was very interesting. I'm gonna talk shit because I don't care if they look or not. I mean,
I'll
dude,
begin.
I
won't
like
listen up
Austin
there.
and Austin, and I didn't mind.
Nigel.
Nigel is okay.
He
has his
a
moments.
growing
He they're just dogs, dude. They're such.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're telling me about this.
I'm like, I texted Galen. I'm like, dude, thank God I am not single. This sucks. Like, listening to these guys talk about women. Listening to this one kid talk about like the idea of a woman. Like, he's just like, dude, go fuck yourself. He's a pick-me boy. He's like, women don't like the nice guy. I'm like, oh, shut up. Oh my God.
Didn't we swear to murder that type of person in our D&D campaign?
Yeah. Yes. It was annoying. It was very frustrating. It's just funny because like they were all on like Bumble and Tinder. I'm like, I'm looking at their stuff. I'm like, no wonder you're not gonna get any fucking likes.
Yeah. I
What do
deal
you
with.
mean?
I dealt with that
profile
Saturday.
of exclusively shitty selfies is not the most attractive profile.
Well, I mean, I feel like Austin, not our roommate Austin, but other Austin.
Webby.
Webbing, yeah. He has a decent shot. He's a decent looking guy. He has a good attitude. He's funny. But I don't know, man.
the marketability is
As
not
long as
being
you can market
utilized.
yourself and you're not an incel, it's really not that hard. It's not hard to get likes. You just take a little bit of care of yourself and you just, show what you have to offer, and that's it. And have great genetics and look fantastic.
That does help.
It does. It does. But I don't know. Who am I to know? I've only slain Pode.
So yes, other than hanging out with the virgins at the concert,
Oh, we got duped.
Oh my God.
You
we
got duped.
They were
So
mugged, as Austin said.
Austin may have over exaggerated. I was thinking
he definitely overexaggerated.
Yeah. So this old man came up to us, and I am too nice. Honestly, I need some harder people around me to toughen me up because I was like, oh hey, and he's like, here, take this, and he like handed one to each of us. He's like, all right, that'll be $5. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? They're like these American flags. He's like, I'm a veteran, but he had like no teeth, and he was just talking so fast, so I couldn't understand. And I was like, I'm like, he's like, I only accept 5, 10s, and 20s. I'm like, excuse me.
That might be the most like forward of those guys I've ever heard of, because most of them are like, okay, interesting you this thing, not like, here, take this, all right, give me the money. Like,
I know.
The fuck?
I'll give you a nickel. And he's like, I'm like, oh, he's also just like, dude, that guy came out of fucking nowhere. we were so bamboozled.
Yeah, that's the fucking point. It's a confidence and momentum thing.
I feel like I just got fucked. Now I know what it feels like to be in prison.
This is the reason why with any of that kind of shit, it's always like,
nope, I don't have cash, white guy is what you did.
Huh?
That is the power of mediocre white men.
I know. I
Just
need a
confidence to believe you will succeed.
I know. What do you mean it requires hard effort and determination?
Fuck that.
No. I want something easier. No, it's just
so stupid.
I know. It was funny though. The concert was cool. I didn't like the opener. Every concert I've been going to,
I think that was consensus from all of them, was the opener was shit or something.
They were just.
Did you guys get the extended soundtrack?
Wait, what?
When we went to the fucking Magic Sword,
Dance of the Dead, the opener that we were like,
and didn't realize the first dude was actually a performance.
That we thought was Magic Sword for some reason.
Yeah. No, they were just a bunch of they were 2 rappers. It didn't really.
That dude really needed to have a sign or something,
or fucking said something when he came out.
I know. I thought he was
he just started
I
going,
thought he was a roadie, and he was really just going hard.
Yeah, dude just came in like fucking head down and just went to the board.
Yeah. But they had a couple good songs. I was trying so hard to vibe. Mm-hmm. The problem with going to the Gorillaz concert is 'cause I'm not a super big Gorillaz fan. I just really wanted to go to have fun.
Mm-hmm. It's a thing to do. That's why I attend sporting events.
Yeah. Speaking of sporting events, before I cross my mind, I grabbed a Firebirds schedule.
Cool.
And I looked at how much prices were. It's
they're not bad.
$18 maybe. Yeah. And so I was thinking we can maybe do that.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, no, it's. I knew all the main basic songs, but when you don't know a song, it kind of sucks. It's just I'm just sitting there. It takes me out of it. And when I want to go to a concert, I want to fucking either dance around or I want to really get into it. I feel like most of those songs you can when we went to go see Magic Sword, and it was cool vibey, but it was head bobbing in the car. It's not like me wanting to spasm like a tube man. You know, I don't want to flail around like an idiot. And I don't know, I just felt like that. And it was cool. I was having a good time and vibing and everything, but it was just, it was okay.
I can tell you that was definitely at the My Chemical concert.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you figure when people are stacked into partially unfolded bleachers, that is Little Caesars Arena's upper stadium, and you still got people fucking rocking out when Black Parade starts playing. It is trying to figure out how to describe it. You know how mob mentality is just you get caught up in the energy of things and that leads to fucking nonsense?
Yeah.
It's a very similar vibe of just when people are in it, in that concentration, it's like a wave that you just get swept in.
I don't know if I'd ever want to go to LCA for a concert, to be honest.
As long as you don't sit near the ceiling, it's great.
Even
then, it's not terrible.
Because when my sister worked at the LCA, she was even kind of not the greatest thing. I mean, then again, even Joe Louis, when it was still around, wasn't really the best venue either.
Yeah, so. I like Joe Louis Arena. I like that better than Little Caesars. I
definitely miss it, but meh.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Rebuild?
I like walking around Little Caesars Arena, and that's certainly.
Yeah, there's not a lot of shit to walk around and
Little Caesars Arena is not that big.
I mean, it's still big though. compared to like other like what we've had there.
Yeah.
Like compared to, I almost said fucking Little Joe's again. I keep wanting to say Little Caesars. Compared to like Joe Louis.
Compared to Mini Joe's Arena, Little Caesars.
I don't know how the LCA compares to like the Palace. The only time I was in the Palace was like years ago, like when I was like elementary school. So I don't remember it.
Give you dimensions.
Yeah, I don't remember how exactly, but like it's fairly big for a arena around here at least.
I'd agree with that. Like, it's kind of hard to gauge if you're going like nearby shit, because Comerica is a baseball field, and that just kind of deals with a larger interior, so
Yeah.
you're bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you talk about your?
I did not.
Oh,
So
that's right. Another reason we didn't record last week.
honestly, the bigger reason why we didn't record and what caused Ryan to go to the concert was I finally got to go and help out on a video shoot, and oh boy, that was a fucking long day for me.
What time did your day start?
So Tuesday I go to work. After work I go straight to rehearsal for community band.
Yep.
After that I have to go to my mom's house to meet my sister.
Yep.
And go down with her to her place to stay there, and then so we didn't get there till
Good
like
to meet your sibling after
11
like 26 years of Walking the Earth.
and that was like 11 o'clock, so I didn't get down to her place until
Are you 25?
yes.
Fuck that up. Sorry. Anyway.
I was confused for a second when you said that. So we didn't get down her to like 20 Jesus fuck. Like midnight. I had to get up I was told they were wanting to be at the airport at 6 o'clock. All right, cool. I can sleep until like 5 o'clock, whatever.
Yep.
No, we woke up at like 4 o'clock, 4:30. I'm like, son of a bitch.
As in their flight was at 6?
No,
or?
they wanted to get there at 6 because their flight was at 8.
Okay.
So they were like, no, we're going to get there even earlier because their roommate's paranoid and shit like that.
Why?
I don't just
It doesn't even need to happen.
because her roommate's
anymore.
fucking paranoid like that about that kind of shit. So I was like, whatever, fine. So we get to the airport. They
I feel
leave.
like I'd be such an ass in that situation.
I get to her car. Thankfully,
Brake failure. Oh no.
thankfully, from Detroit to Ann Arbor where the shoot was, it was like half an hour.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I guess I'll drive closer to where the actual thing is, find food or something, and kill time.
Yep.
So I drive around. I'm like, all right, cool. There's McDonald's there. There's a Big B there. I placed an order at McDonald's. Never fucking got my food because it said they were open and it was clear people were there. And I sat in the fucking drive-thru for like 15 minutes. I'm like, all right, fuck this. I got Big B instead. Drove a little bit closer where I was going to. Got Wendy's for breakfast. I get to the shoot at a little bit before 8 because it started at 8. Call the guy I'm supposed to contact about it, and I meet up with him and the other two people that were part of the crew, and the one guy had a lot of the equipment and was the main camera guy.
Yep.
So I basically helped him unload his car for whatever we probably needed, and I basically helped haul shit, set shit up, and whatnot. And it was just like, I don't know. I think we did. Maybe 4, maybe like 6 or 7 different locations where we filmed, and probably like,
as in locations like within the building,
like within the site, yeah, because it's a large,
like a campus or
yeah,
just like office building.
because it's like, I think there's like 3 buildings, and we did filming in all 3 of them. Because I still had no idea like what the actual shoot was, and I found out during it that it was like a video series kind of advertising this product they're doing. And it was like basically just not interviewing, but filming the intros and outros, because they were doing like different presentations from different doctors and shit around the world.
Yeah,
so they had like stuff for those particular doctors and whoever it was, and they also did some generic ones just in case. And it's like this, like, I think it was like for like a year-long thing. So they had to, the girl that got to do like the hosting part of it, she had to go and change like every couple shoots just so like it it made sense. It would be weird to have her wear the same thing for every single one of these things to make sure that like film some of the areas that made it look more like, you know, June or May or whatever, and not fall when it should be for like the May video and shit like that. And it was.
You mean to tell me that stuff is fabricated and it's not always in the proper season?
I mean, I wasn't entirely sure how that kind of shit was done, so it's kind of interesting to see that and like see it firsthand and whatnot.
Yeah, like if you use a scene that has like brighter tones, you can do it as more of like a fall.
Yeah.
Did you ask any questions about it? Or?
I didn't ask a whole lot, mainly because like, and the camera guy even told me, with it being so like move, shoot, like it was, it's kind of hard to ask and answer questions, because he told me, he's like, he would have loved to have answered questions and helped me and whatnot, like if I had anything, which there's definitely some stuff I would have kind of liked to have asked about and kind of would have known, but I wasn't. It was just like there was just not enough time to really like talk about it and like ask about it and whatnot, which is it's fine, understandable. It was just kind of nice to be able to at least help out and be some use
For sure.
and not just stand there and do fucking nothing, twiddling my thumbs.
So did you take anything away from this?
I
Did
mean,
you steal equipment?
No. It was kind of, I like kind of seeing how shoot like that ran. So that was kind of interesting. And
Did you ever
Out
get
of
paid?
curiosity.
no, I have to I gotta message the guy and find out if I'm still getting paid, and also just tell him like, hey, thanks for putting me on that shoot instead of the other one. Because I did appreciate that.
Ask him if there's any other.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him if there's more coming up. Like, I'm sure.
Out of curiosity, how large of a crew were you like working with? Was it like
So,
4 dudes? Or?
It was me, the camera guy. There was a lady there who had a teleprompter, and that was kind of her gig, was running the teleprompter through her laptop and shit. And then like the, I guess you say like the producer in a way, because he was kind of like, oh, you know, you should put this in the background or have her stand here, whatnot, and stuff like that. Like he was doing that kind of stuff, not just being like, I don't know, I feel like a typical producer of like, no, do this way, do whatever. He was kind of asking like the camera guy and there was 2 other people who were from the company, who were also there kind of flying around to make sure that they also looked good for them and whatnot. So he was kind of taking input from everyone, which was good. So it was really a crew of about 4 of us, and then the 2 people from the company, and then the actress who was the host.
When are we getting you new chairs?
They need WD-40, I think is what they need.
It's something. An exorcism, perhaps.
But it was, I'm glad that I was doing that one and actually got to like help move shit and whatnot, because like I honestly was like, I don't know what kind of gear they're gonna be using and stuff like that, and camera wise and whatnot, and I still don't know what kind of camera that was, which is fine. Definitely a little more than what I've ever used, because even the guy asked me like, what have you worked on, what are you familiar with and whatnot, and I told him, you know, I do this, I do the shit in my church and whatnot, and I've mainly worked with DSLRs. But it was still kind of like nice to just really kind of observe stuff, but also be able to like, okay, we need to move these lights differently or whatever for this next shot, or oh, there's a table in the background we need to move over to get either out of the shot or just make it look better, or move a bench out of the way and shit like that. So it was kind of, I'm glad that I was at least helpful and I could do that shit, which I kind of figured I'd be more or less just muscle and doing that kind of crap, which is fine, but I'm just glad that it was. I definitely think, not that I don't think both of the experiences I would have had if I didn't do this but did the other event. I'm glad I did this one just because I'm glad that it was more hands-on and stuff. But I do kind of hope I can do another one that's more. I'm fine with doing another one that's more just observing, but yeah, hopefully I can do more shit like this soon. Or I'm hoping he'll give me some footage to like edit and shit like that, or have me come down to the office to edit, because I'd like to do that too, if possible. What else?
Get to see the whole process.
Yeah, because I am after watching some videos of the one guy that he told me to watch and stuff like that. I am curious about what some of their processes are for editing and whatnot, and like if they have. If
How they
like,
get their house style made.
Yeah, kind of. Because like, I don't know if they have their own graphics and stuff like that they use, or if they like kind of like pay for.
If it's a commission based or some.
Well, like I don't know
like
if or like different like title graphics and shit like that. I don't know if they make them themselves or if they buy like already pre-made kind of ones that are sold online and shit like that. Because I've seen some online or seen some through this YouTuber, and I'm like, those are really cool. However, I don't feel like paying whatever the amount of money it is to have them. Then like, yeah, I can pay the subscription thing whatever once, get what I want, and then they're mine. I don't have to keep paying whatever. That's what they advertise it as. But I almost would rather learn how to do that shit myself. Because I wish I was better with graphic design, because one, that'd be very helpful just in general, but also with this fucking thing and creating a decent looking logo and shit like that, and like creating decent looking thumbnails for the videos and stuff. Like, it'd be nice to know that stuff.
Knowledge is always good to have and to grow and to nurture. That's fair.
What?
You weren't like stabbed,
No.
mugged.
Honestly, the only thing I have to say about that
Fist
is
sliced with
that all the people I worked with that day were fantastic to work with.
That's
So
good.
that was really cool. And like, I was kind of told that most people he works with are really good with what they do, and they're more than willing to help teach people like me. So I kind of knew that going in, but it was kind of nice to
Be reassured.
actually experience that. So that was very nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
Did you have fun, buddy?
Yes, I was not expecting the long ass day as it was, but
Okay, so your day started with a 4 a.m. wake up call.
I didn't.
When did your day end?
I didn't leave Ann Arbor and that area until 7:30. And I didn't get here back home until like 9. Like I came home, I ate food, and I went to my bed and I crashed at probably like 11:30. So it was, like, people are like 11:30, like that's whatever. I'm like, no, that's fucking early for me. Like, I don't go to bed usually like 12:30, 1 o'clock. That 11:30 is early. What
Good
else?
old college hours.
That's just in general. What else have you been up to, Alex? You said something about
Well, let's see.
Ohio
It's been a
Renfest
minute.
earlier.
Yeah. It was one of those things of me and my sister had made plans to go with a buddy down to Ohio for
Nice.
the Ohio Renaissance Festival.
Nice.
where's that at?
That was in fucking Ohio, and it blurred after that. Let's see.
You don't need to know. You don't want to go.
Somewhere in Ohio. We can put a big thing later that we're not going to do. It's great. Somewhere in Ohio, that is the closest you need to know.
In the middle of butt-fuck nowhere.
That sounds about right.
That's
for
Ohio, buddy.
Yep.
That's just
Dude, fuck Ohio.
And yet, that's where we're wanting to go see Muse.
I know. Love you, baby.
Yeah, so it was a case of I left work Friday, grabbed my sibling. In a way, we went and eventually got there around dark because we delayed a bit and had to do other random shit. Because, you know, logistically, on the ball every time.
For sure.
Yeah. So we stayed at like a campground like near where the festivities were actually taking place.
Okay.
Which, fun fact, I am okay with white people camping. AKA,
Define-
when you bring a camper to a campsite. I cannot do it for long, but a weekend seems like the good stretch of time that I can tolerate that lifestyle.
Jesus Christ.
It was neat, it was different, and I was very much done with it come Sunday morning.
I'd rather just take a tent and go for the weekend than a fucking whole ass trailer.
Hey Josh, you and me have very different perspectives. When I woke up in the middle of the night and had to hike a quarter of a mile to a working toilet, I wanted to kill somebody. And fun fact, I did not know where the bathrooms were when I began my trek. And let it be known, that is a terrifying experience to be. Because it was a very full campground.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about
So
though,
I can't exactly just wander off the beaten trail and piss in any nearby bushes. Someone could be sleeping there for all I know.
now I'm thinking about, I forgot you went during like beginning of the month, so definitely a lot cooler because I'm used to going camping in like fucking end of July where it's hot as shit out.
Yeah, no, it's chill. You stay around the campfire or you freeze.
That makes more sense than to have
wandering back from the showers with cold as wind and wet hair. Woo! It was a brisk walk. This turned very much into me bitching about camping and my ability to hate it. But yeah, the Renaissance Festival itself kicked ass, because in one thing, I've been to like Michigan Renaissance fairs before. They're fun, they're neat, a little novel experience. I would describe them as kind of small, moderate. Ohio, monstrously large. It's a
it
case
has all
of
that room. There's
you
nothing
come
there.
out to what feels like an acre or two of farmland, and that's just the parking lot. And it is full.
I wasn't really that impressed when I went to Renfest the one year with people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was okay, but I'm like, would I really do this like every year like some people do?
Yeah, no, it's I felt like it died off from last year. I feel like each year it's not as like I feel like the businesses are not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So they got rid of a bunch of stuff. Like there was not as many horseback riders on for the jousting this year, or some of a lot of the like the buildings are not open because there's just not many businesses. Like there's just no one there anymore.
I will let you know, Ohio Renfest does not have the depressed quality that Michigan Renfest do.
Yeah.
It is a case of this felt like it's mostly post-pandemic, so we are coming in waves of people. I think that's probably the most people I've like interacted with over the course of a day in probably like the last 4 years.
That's
Which did lead to one unfortunate issue, and it leads once more to me with my elitist lifestyle and appreciation for working restroom facilities. When you have a fuckload of people, and it gets to be about lunchtime, and you only have so many facilities to use, there's about 4 locations spaced out around to have them, and it's a case of like basically lot of porta potties for the most part, so you can facilitate a lot of usage in and out. Here we go, and then wash your hands from little stations. Neat. But you start walking around and come about lunchtime, you'd see random lines coming out of places. And you're like, the fuck is that for? Just talk to a dude, and I'm seeing like 3 people in line, kind of shifting. Kind of shifting and looking anxious.
Fuck that.
And I'm looking at the front of the line going, oh, God, you have to plan for when your body decides. I think me and my wife just got in line then, just for the general case of, I don't really have to go now, but by the time we get to the front, maybe.
That's funny. Jesus.
Damn. Strap a bottle to my leg, piss in it.
Yeah, I think that was the most horrific part of it, but that was honestly like the only downside really in my brain.
What stood out to you?
There was a performance we went to called Wheel of Death.
Okay.
So it's, how do I describe this thing? It is like if you put a hamster wheel and you combined it with the infrastructure of a Ferris wheel. So it's like one arm hamster ball wheel here, and it spins.
What the fuck?
Wait, I'm kind of confused.
I want to bring out pen and paper for this bullshit.
So it's.
You could probably find it if you just Google Wheel of Death. Maybe
and that's
Renfest.
exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, please do.
That's one of the fucking things. Fantastic.
Yeah. So,
oh, what the fuck is this shit, dude?
You wander by this thing while you're doing loops, and you go, what the fuck is that show? You come over to it. It's just some dude kind of hanging out. For whatever reason, Renaissance Fair's performance, you just kind of steal chairs at one point, just stack them and start walking on them. That just seems to be a default skill you have to have for these performances. But then when it actually got to him just shit-talking the crowd, he starts just kind of walking on it, playing with it like a kid in a jungle gym. And I'm seeing this motherfucker like just rolling and crawling and jumping. At one point, he was jump roping while this contraption was spinning. this way, that
I'm
way.
sorry, he was
and
jump
around.
roping.
Yes. Josh, based on that photo, where do you think the gentleman should be when that thing is in motion, completing 360 degrees of...
On the
Way.
inside.
Nowhere
inside.
nowhere fucking close to it.
He was walking on the exterior of that ring, jump roping.
Ah, there it is. I
Because
pulled it
this
off.
man does not believe in death, or at least fear of it, anyway.
Dude, fuck that shit, man.
Yeah, it's one of those things of you heard everyone's anus in the crowd just... and then we cheered when he managed to avoid death as it rounded back around. And it's just one of those things of... Those performances kick ass because it's just confidence in dazzling display of, like, physical skill. And that was just an awesome thing to see.
That is really cool.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, and the theme of this Red Fest was time travel. So let it be known, we got a full cast of doctors. And that was quite lovely for the photo op.
That's cool.
Yeah. Some asshole even had like a pop-up TARDIS.
Oh my
It was
god.
fun.
Some asshole.
Fucking creative people. Mm.
Have you been watching anything new recently, Alex?
I have been watching Breaking Bad
Oh, Jesus
at
Christ.
1.5 speed because I want to go through it quickly because I vaguely know the story but never like watched
Are
it
you
proper.
fucking me? Are you
What?
serious right now?
Which
You and your
bitch?
sister do that. That shit's weird. Just like watching any English show with subtitles on.
You fuck yourself. I eat shit and watch TV and subtitles help.
Are you kidding me? You can listen.
No, I'm chomping.
That's why
I'm
you
not
turn-
saying I can't hear. I just appreciate having fucking subtitles on.
It's just my ADD brain cannot process all that shit that's happening.
There are times where I like to have subtitles on. Other times where I'm like, this is kind of annoying. Most of the time I don't mind it.
Also, Ryan, you're talking to a motherfucker that has trouble focusing. Subtitles help with that. Because it's a case of, if the screen is not giving me enough stimulus to keep my attention, I don't pay attention to it sometimes. So if it's a case of, oh, I'm now reading and story and shit, suddenly there's a lot more for my brain to take in.
That's fair.
I have also been playing Warhammer Mechanicus on the other screen of my fucking computer, so yeah, it's been a fun time in which I want my brain to not exist within this realm. So one screen show, other screen game.
I can't
I am
do
dead
that.
to the world.
I can't play a game and watch like a TV show or something like that in the background. I can't do that.
It's been a process. Because fun fact with Warhammer Mechanicus, it has a very awesome soundscape
Is
of
that-
a lot of heavy, like,
Is that like the dungeon crawling kind of one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
you know, a lot of tech-heavy, like, gothic orchestra
Yeah, I've heard about
sets.
that.
Fun fact, I do not mute either of the things. They compete. I definitely drown out the
That's-
show.
That's triggering. That's so annoying.
That sounds terrible.
Dude, what an asshole. You're not even appreciating both. You're doing it a service to either or.
I disagree.
I think the only way I can do that is if it's like something I've watched already before and I'm playing on like my phone or like my Switch or something like that.
Well, it's the case of I've seen reviews for the game, so I'm familiar enough with it, and I know the show's narrative, so it's just a case of I'm skimming it more or less. Because it's the case of I could not fully devote myself to a proper like watching series of either because I already have previous knowledge of it. But by bastardizing the two, my multi-classing ass is happy.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's
You fuck. Dude, like, if you're gonna watch something, then watch it with someone. But if you're gonna play a game,
But here's
play the goddamn game!
Because it's a case of my sister will be downstairs geeking out on Slime Rancher 2 that she has been having a lot of fun with. And she is also mostly familiar with Breaking Bad, so it's a case of I could wander out, grab food, chat shit for 5 whole minutes for my social activity, and
Okay,
back
but
in the
Slime
portal I go.
Rancher is a little different, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Slime Rancher, and she's listening to podcast while she plays.
See, I
okay.
can see that.
That's
They are
Slime
definitely
Rancher isn't
different
that in depth
combinations.
of a game.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Your game isn't that like that's like the
There's narrative. There's XCOM ass elements to it.
isn't that shit like the is that the one that's like the one where you're fighting off the rats?
No, that's
No.
Vermintide.
Okay.
This is you're fighting against Necrons.
Right. No, is it like that gameplay?
No, this
It's not.
is turn-based. The XCOM.
XCOM, okay.
Yeah, it's that.
Okay. So I mean, at least so it's stop and go.
Yeah, it's strategy games.
Okay. Then that's okay. That's
I'm not
fair.
sitting here trying to do like fucking shooters or anything.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's I can at any point get up, go piss, and have missed nothing.
Fair enough. Okay, you know what? I kind of retract back the statement.
But yes, on the surface, I do agree with you. This is a fucked up thing that I'm doing
I
to
still
my
think
brain.
I still think it's fucked.
I think with
because-
Breaking
Oh,
Bad
is
as
it
a show,
good?
I think I need more attention to that. But I understand why you need why you're just skimming
It's
through
a
it 'cause you
case
know.
of I understand how AMC shows work, so I understand that a lot of it's like the slow, dramatic build-up,
Yeah.
the panning shot of what's to come, blah blah blah, and I can appreciate that. But as someone who has also been watching fucking One Piece, there's also the case of sometimes you want them to quit fucking around and
Yeah.
get to the
quick
point.
pussyfooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh, have you ever watched an anime and decide to just skip every part where they go, you remember the time when? Fun fact, One Piece episodes go down to 6 minutes long.
That's funny. I hate that when it's like so much like bullshit like that for an episode. That's what always pissed me off with My Hero Academia when they do a new season and the first fucking episode's a
episode
goddamn
is like,
recap.
I don't want to know. I already know. I can
Yeah.
rewatch it.
Thankfully, this new season didn't start that way. Really, it wasn't
I
a
still gotta
full
catch up.
recap.
How many episodes are out right now?
2.
Is it any good?
So I was like, I don't remember what the fuck was going on, and then I started watching. I'm like, oh, that's right, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they ended off on a real power.
It was
like
it was a weird season. 5 was a weird one. I know I think that's kind of where people were like, I don't know how I feel about the anime compared to the manga. And
the
I'm
first half.
It's going places.
It was doing well, and then it focused on the villains that no one cared about. Like, I was like, all right, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not like I
Yeah.
didn't even bother because I'm like, I don't care.
I've enjoyed
It's a hard
these
sell.
2 episodes. There's been so much shit. Like, I'm watching She-Hulk, which, to be honest,
Wow.
I thought
That's
Daredevil.
a show I'm starting to like just because of how it's shown up in TikTok. So I might have to start watching it.
So I thought Daredevil was like a bigger part of the show.
He's just a cameo.
He was in one episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, they made it sound like he was gonna be in at least like 2 or 3 or something, some shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like
These things suck. These shares suck.
buy some fucking WD-40 then. Fix
All
it.
right.
You want to try
Alright.
a different chair?
I don't hate the show. Like, for what it is, it's decent. It's definitely, I would not say it's the worst Marvel show they put out, but it's definitely not the fucking best.
It's fun.
Oh, something that
yeah, it's
fucked
fun.
me, by the way. Breaking Bad. I forgot Jessica Jones is in that show.
Yeah.
I never watched Jessica Jones, so I don't know.
Neither have I, but I recognize
Oh.
her for the role.
I don't.
So it was a case of, oh, right, shit.
What season are you on?
I think I'm in 2 or 3.
What do you think of it so far?
I enjoy the show. It's great.
Yeah. Are you gonna watch Better Call Saul?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Dude, Saul Goodman is one of those people that immediately sparked the, all right, motherfucker, D&D time. What is that alignment? What the fuck are you?
True neutral.
It's immediately a case of, yeah, I see why this character got the spit off. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, he's a good. I would love to watch that. Like
He's got a good level of that little bastard man energy that I adore in things.
we are trying to just watch. Honestly, I feel like you just need to watch the fucking show,
What?
Stranger Things. I
Oh,
feel
just
like
watch on my own.
yeah, just get it
I know,
over
I
with.
feel that too,
Like
'cause-
because we
Can I recommend you 1.5 speed?
No.
Because
No.
fun fact, your
No.
brain does not
No.
deal with it well. It activates, kinda. But occasionally there will be scenes where people are moving just a little exaggeratedly. Or anytime someone does like a hand gesture.
How about this, Ryan, as a compromise?
silly
I
looking.
watch because is it bad if I watch up to the last, like, the finale shit, or should I watch up to, like, that very last episode and we watch the last one together at least? I have no issue watching the rest of it on my own.
I wouldn't mind watching the last two with you.
Okay, that's why I wasn't sure. I can do that.
Yeah, just because we just have all three of us have totally different schedules. Like, you have first shift, I have second, and then Austin has third.
The only days we can realistically do it is Wednesdays,
for
which
an
we
episode.
haven't done it. I mean, to be fair, if Austin got up early enough, we could watch at least 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah,
probably 2. But for whatever reason, we just haven't.
1.5. 1.5.
Do y'all take Collins? I'm sorry, dyslexic gamer. We do not. What the fuck?
You could call
Occasionally
me
we read
if
comments.
it's my boy. Hey, well, I'll take the call.
I don't know who that is.
I think that could be Jake.
If you've seen
I
our
think.
tech setups, it's a bitch and a half to try stuff brand
We
new.
should set up a line.
Perhaps in the future.
Hello, what up? Oh my God,
Why was
Jesus!
that
God damn it!
We punched the mics and it hurt less than
Oh my God!
Ow.
Damn it!
That was an actual gunshot in my ear.
God damn.
No, dude, fuck doing that shit.
The fuck
I don't
fuck
need-
just an exhale? Is that what that
Yes.
is? Damn.
Oh God, we just
Don't you fucking
invite him to a
search
Discord chat. We should get a Discord going. People.
We have the Discord, but like,
Yeah, but that's like a production based.
I'm talking about, like,
we
I
can
mean,
do like a public aspect of
Yeah.
it. But
yeah, we can do that. I can
moderation.
just have that shit like blocked out for most people.
Okay.
Um,
We get admins.
honestly, there's a lot of shit I need to work on with the Twitch and whatnot.
Hmm.
No, but I can handle Stranger Things because I feel like I can watch an episode a night and be done with it in a week.
1.5.
No, I'm not doing that.
Two.
Fuck that. I've also been watching Andor, the Star Wars show, and I went into it knowing nothing at all what the fuck it is,
Not heard of
other than it's related to Rogue One.
So people are gonna.
That's what I
hate it
heard,
on
and then that's
principle?
where it lost me.
I liked Rogue One.
I fell asleep.
So that's been. It's
Do
definitely.
we still have what's his name as a robot?
What's his name as a robot?
Alan Tudyk. He was the robot in Rogue One.
Oh no.
He's dead.
Dead. It's a different take on Star Wars shows. It's more like spy-esque and shit like that, like espionage and whatnot.
Ooh.
So it's a lot more I want to say slower, but like,
I lied. I've also watched a little bit of Spy X Family.
see, that's something else I've been watching. But Andor has been, I think it's a good change of pace for Star Wars because it's not like there's action going on in every single episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been really enjoying that.
Okay, where does it fall on the line of shitty film versus slow western of The Mandalorian? It's somewhere in the middle.
I would say
leaning
in the middle because, like, I say slow, but it's not like how I called Book of Boba Fett slow in the beginning because I did not like how slow that fucking show started.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is much better.
Fun fact, Josh. 1.5 C.
No, fuck that.
Helps a lot.
Me and Ryan watched the Marvel Werewolf by Night little special thing.
Oh my God,
That
dude.
was so
The fuck
dumb.
is that?
So it was literally this thing that like they did to like pay homage to like I can't remember what they said now, but like a certain like horror movies and shit like that of a certain time.
Uh-huh.
And like
Silver Bullet.
we were watching it and I was like they started out, I'm like, okay, because I thought I heard Kevin Feige at one point in the interview or something.
This is
like,
crucial.
Quoted being saying that this is really important for the future of MCU. I'm like, and we started watching in the beginning.
Werewolves are important for the future of the MCU?
Well, because of like Blade and shit like that. So I'm like, okay, it's gonna do something like that. No,
Nothing tied in.
It's literally, it's just kind of like bringing in more of like that side of Marvel, like
The paranormal
yes,
shit?
that kind of shit.
As in the Morbius side of the universe?
They're gonna bring in the Mummy.
Bold.
Well, because like Blade and that kind of.
When you say
shit.
the Mummy, can it be like the Brendan Fraser casting?
Yes.
That's
I'd fuck
what I
with
thought he was
that.
talking about.
Fucking. Oh god, what's the actual Mummy dude's name? Is it Victor? Is it Anthony? That dude. I want to see that dude in more things. I like him.
But like, it was. They introduced all these characters, and it's like. No setup for them. Not really giving us any time to like find out who these characters are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
It was an hour's worth of time that could have been it could have been a movie,
Yeah.
or even a short series.
I feel like they should have done, even though they have.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Somewhere there's a comics fan that's going, yeah.
I mean, even though they already had like Andor and She-Hulk both going at the same time,
Yep.
they could have made this a month-long thing.
Yeah, for the
and they
month of
had-
October.
Yeah, they could have just had
Spook.
what, 4 episodes,
Yeah,
5 episodes for the month.
No, that would have been good.
I think that
actually.
would have
That's a
been
good
fine.
idea.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
it should have been just a little miniseries, because at the end of the day, I was like,
I didn't give a fuck.
I honestly was like, I
really didn't.
really
yeah.
don't care.
We looked at each other and were like, "This is really boring."
Yeah.
Like I didn't care about any of the people. Nothing was explained.
Yeah.
It was focusing on the main character, and I didn't even like. I'm like, at one point, I'm like, is he even the main character?
Yeah.
Because it shifted like to him and this other girl,
Yeah.
and then they explained on her, and it just wasn't enough to build anything up. And then
Yeah.
when people were dying off, I didn't care. It was
'Cause
just dumb.
I also
It was
thought,
just-
This is
like-
feeling very much like my viewing of the Dude remake.
yeah,
'Cause
I didn't care. I just
I
didn't
thought
care.
the way that-
So died. Oh no.
Who the fuck?
I thought from what I heard and saw for the trailers that people were just getting fucking murdered left and right, like consistently throughout the whole fucking thing. And, like, there was a couple deaths, but it wasn't really towards the
I
end
don't
of
know,
it
man.
where there was a lot of fucking
Okay,
deaths.
I think there was more than you were just counting out, because there was a lot. Like the werewolf took out a lot of the guards and stuff. So they
But
were using.
before that, there was what? 1, 2.
They had to build it up a little. I mean, they did have to explain a little bit.
Because I also thought, because it's all in black and white,
Mm-hmm.
except for like this main
Ruby
thing, jewel thing they're focusing on, kind of thing.
Okay,
It's
the
red.
MacGuffin. Gotcha.
And so I also thought like the blood and shit was also at least colored red, and it wasn't. I was like, oh, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It was just it was bizarre. And I looked more into it, and like the actual like werewolf character guy is an actual character from the comics. I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It just
It
didn't.
was
it didn't
weird.
make me care about anything that had to do with that.
Yeah.
It was a opportunity that they could have done something more with, and they chose not to. And I think the fact that they didn't take the leap a little bit further shows.
I will say it because of it's like a new. I assume it's like the fall anime season now or whatever.
Yep. Things are ready.
Sundays, Mondays have been like my time to watch the new animation that's come out.
Yeah, motherfucker. Bleach is back. Woo!
Well,
Get hyped.
so Spy X Family.
Yep.
My Hero.
Yep.
And the new Gundam series, The Witch from Mercury, all have new episodes coming out on like Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
So I have all 3 of those to watch every week. I'm like, yes, I love this. I love watching shit all the weekend. I forgot. Did Bleach come out like today? Or is it this week?
Like this week.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Monday, I think.
We'll see about Chainsaw Man, Austin. We'll see about that.
Chainsaw Man.
I don't know enough about it, so I will watch the first
The
episode at
manga is
least.
so good.
I know you keep saying that.
I waited through a 3-year hiatus to get to the second part.
Austin, stop it.
You're
You're making me want to
loser.
read it less. Let it just be a curiosity in my brain. The more you tell me, the more I won't.
You're making me think of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
No.
Yeah, you're like that guy. Hey, you should
Oh,
watch it.
hey, thanks HV Brooks for the follow.
Thanks, buddy.
I actually
Hope you're having a good evening.
have that set up now. See that at least.
Holy shit, are we getting notifications?
Well, I
now?
have it set up on OBS for me to see, but it's not showing up on stream still. So I have to figure that out.
Always something to learn, something to do. Do.
Have you watched anything else, Ryan?
I've been watching Dahmer. I don't know if I
okay.
talked about that before.
I don't think you have.
It's pretty killer, pretty cool. In
Does
case
it
you,
fit your goals of I want to be a charismatic person
it fits my goals of
with dark secrets?
Yeah, I think so. No, I mean, just I think because I am not really into. I never really decided to delve into like true crime stuff. So watching this is very, very interesting because the guy he just everything was so perfect for him. Like he targeted gay black men. He lived in a really urban community with not a lot of men and women, like not a lot of men there. It was just women and children, and the guy would kill 17 guys and then eat them. That's insane. And the sad
What do
thing
you
is,
compare that with? Is that like what veggies go well?
what do you think? Let's see, eggplant. You know what I'm talking about?
You're already getting the eggplant in the body.
Yeah, but it's a size comparison. That
It's
is
important to get all your vitamins and minerals, not just the protein.
lemon, lime,
Bit of zest.
a little zest.
Oh my
Make it into a
God.
taco. That's fucked. That's
Very
fucked.
much so, yeah.
Finger food.
What part of this wasn't?
Give you a knuckle sandwich, literally.
The premise was I was watching the thing about the cannibal.
Yeah.
We're kind of committed to probably not great content. Don't learn any lessons from it.
Damn.
One lesson to take away. No. Which I feel is something that I kind of have to advertise sometimes. Just the type of bullshit that is like aired and like produced now.
Did you watch the Mario trailer?
Yes, I saw a flat ass Chris Pratt. It has just Chris Pratt. I'm gonna let you know I would absolutely watch the movie without Mario and just have it as Bowser versus the Penguins.
Dude, for real, that was so good.
That was pretty cool.
See that
That is only a taste of our power.
that right there was
Also,
like
is it you that's like, I feel like this is your energy? I just turned to you and went, yes, yes it is.
The
That-
best part is if you go on his Twitter, he says, "You guys are not gonna believe how good my Mario voice is." It's just
Fucking
him.
asshole.
It's just him.
I see just that little teaser. I thought it was gonna be like for some reason I thought it was like a full trailer. I don't know why. I think they kept on saying it's a teaser. I actually liked what I saw, so I'm a little more excited for the movie. I will
can't
say
wait
that
for the crossover.
that's what people keep saying is like, oh, the Super Smash Bros. Universe is being built. It's like
It is though. It is.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, if you gave me like one blurry shot and there's a pink fucking ball man in the background, I would have lost my shit.
Dude, he's gonna cream his jeans.
The only thing I thought was odd was I feel like Mario's face looked a little weird, and I don't know if it was just like
I
don't
think
know if
it
it's-
might just be like Uncanny Valley a little bit.
yeah. So I don't know if it's because
they
like,
got a lot
if
of
it's,
shit moving in that, not necessarily.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's like the animation, like the way that they have the studio does it, or whatever it is. It looked kind of weird to me. I was like, I don't know.
Redo it. We all
What?
riot like last time for Sonic.
Sonic.
Redo him.
They
I want
put-
him live action.
They petitioned to get rid of Chris Pratt. I'm surprised that didn't happen, to be honest. Maybe it
Who
did, I
else
just
would
didn't
they
notice.
Danny DeVito.
The actual voice actor, which people were like, no, I couldn't stand watching a whole movie with the actual voice actor for Mario. Like, I kind of agree with him, but
All I can think is the
Danny DeVito.
one thing.
Come on. I'm Mario.
oh my
Just lean a little into the fucking old one, the fucking Mario brothers. I'm Luigi Mario. And
So I
I'm
am
Mario.
I am a little I really didn't know how to feel about Pratt being the voice actor for Mario, to be honest. I think a lot of people who felt that way.
Yeah, it's one of those things like, I don't mind if he's the role, but the fact that it's just his voice,
Yeah, that like people were all kind of like,
I would take a hammy ass like him doing a shitty Italian accent. I'd kind of be there for the camp.
there was a lot of people who were pretty like upset that they had all these big name actors for their movies, and it's like a part of me agrees, but at the same time it's like Nintendo wants their shit to do well. They don't want to. I mean, this is
But
like,
don't get.
Do they? No,
okay,
but here's the
fair,
thing.
That's fair.
Does Nintendo give a shit about the Western audiences? And the answer is no.
True.
Therefore,
That's very true. which is probably why they're like, yeah, this is fine casting.
Which is why I'm absolutely here for side characters. Because that means you get funky with those. And no one over there goes, I don't care enough to fix that.
Because
It should have been Tom Holland as Mario.
Oh my god!
I'm fucking Mario. No. Hello.
Native ass Tom Holland, British man.
That's funny.
George Clooney. Mario. Hey, I'm Mario.
Adam West.
Dude,
Mario.
Jeff Goldblum Mario. Hello?
Okay, but if they
Mario?
do, think about it, could they do a Kirby movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would
That'd
he-
be horrifying.
Would he actually speak and be voice acted, or would they just have him be like doing what Kirby does?
what up?
and
It's
have
your
it-
boy.
Have like Meta Knight
I
or some other
want
character
the
talk.
power of doing a full heartfelt narrative, and every motherfucker has to communicate with "Wah!" the whole fucking time. Wally can do it, so can we.
That's true. That's very true. Because then there's stuff I saw online. It's like, oh, what's the next Nintendo movie that you want to see get a
Star
movie?
Fox.
See, I think that'd be really good.
What
But-
the fuck is the Captain Falcon series?
F-Zero, but I think Nintendo wants that series to just fucking die at this point. There
I
has been-
know. Therefore, spite. So
honestly, I really think that
I don't want Donkey Kong.
he's in this movie though, isn't he?
I don't.
I think he's in this
I don't
movie.
want it.
I don't remember.
Afraid.
I don't remember.
Why?
I don't know who's voicing him. If he's been
Chris
announced.
Rock.
Why does that feel racist?
Fine, 50 Cent.
Now it's dated. Cool. No.
Idris Elba.
Have him. Do
I don't
Donkey
want
Kong
people
and then
to
have
wanna
Chris
fuck the
Rock
monkey.
or Chris Rock or Kevin Hart be Diddy Kong.
Dwayne Johnson is Donkey Kong.
No, fuck
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I want Kevin Hart as Donkey Kong and The Rock as Diddy Kong.
Oh my god. I honestly like. I think a Legend of Zelda movie. I think that's the same way where it's like, would they give fucking Link an actual voice because it's
No,
kind of
he's
weird.
Tom
I'm
Holland.
continuing on with the idea of keeping the sound effects only. Everyone else, fine. Your protagonist, though, only.
Now, don't you think they would do live action for him though?
For Zelda.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Even though they could do,
They could do it animated, but
and I think it'd be beautifully animated.
I think it could be done really well animated, but I think it could be done decently enough live action.
I
Mario-
feel Zelda would inspire too volatile of emotions in people. Because can you imagine the absolute hatred if they did a Majora's Mask and it didn't knock shit out of a park?
Yeah.
That is the thing, too.
People would invade.
Because, like, for those kind of games like that, would they do it based on one of the games, or would they just do a totally original story kind of thing?
Yeah, because the
You
thing
know.
there would be like, oh, do you do like a Breath of the Wild style world?
Yeah.
That's like, okay, but that's still kind of like a newer idea, kind of.
Do
That's what I think.
the Twilight
I
Princess.
feel like they would do it Breath of the Wild or, like,
No, do
Ocarina.
Wind Waker so everyone can bitch about the style again, and then go, it was actually okay.
See, if they did Wind Waker, they would have to do it animated, because it has that cel-shaded art style already. Where it's
Well,
like
you don't want to
most of-
see live action cell shade and just
Hell
like,
no.
wonder what the fuck people are snorting?
No, I feel like I would want to be on fucking acid the whole time watching that movie.
Correct.
Huh? Huh?
Give it no budget. Let it be a direct to DVD film. Let's see what it
Directed
does.
by Tommy Wiseau.
Oh god, no.
You're tearing me apart.
I do really hope that this movie does well, because I want to see more Nintendo IPs become movies. But I don't know.
Now, I have a question for you about the Mario movie.
What?
What powers do you think are going to be displayed?
Fireball.
I would say.
Do you think we are going to see the furry community be endorsed with a
Oh,
raccoon costume
Right.
Mario?
Okay, Raccoon Mario, Tanuki
Is
Mario,
iconic.
yes. I hope we don't see the catsuit Mario, to be honest.
Please God,
Because
no.
that would be
Meow.
worse.
Do you think Cappy is going to be here? I'm assuming not,
I don't
because you
think
don't
so.
give your protagonist mind control power.
I don't think they would, but I can see them doing like a reference to Cappy.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get a Fire Emblem movie? That'd be cool.
I don't know how.
Actually, a show. I'd rather see a show.
It would work better as a show, but there again, Fire Emblem's very. There's a
wanna
lot
see
of
Hero.
There's a lot of fucking. Hero is Dragon Quest.
That's the one.
There is a Dragon Quest.
That's called Dragon Ball, my dude.
No. Oh, We Fit Trainer, the movie.
Katsu Mario would be cursed in animation style they're using. Really? I think they could do it, but I don't want to see it. I don't want
Sexy
them to.
Mario.
Exactly. There's enough weird shit as it is about that crap.
That is one part that I'd be terrified of in a Kirby movie if they fucking include mouthful mode.
You gotta start wrapping up.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, I like this. I want to get movies together and I want to start pitching them.
Oh my god. Alright. Music.
Music, you say? We are to that point in the episode.
Yes, finally.
Woo! Hell yeah. Baker, go first. What you got?
I got a band, When in
got a band.
Rome, and the song is The Promise.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got, did I do Don't Be Scared by the Rex yet last time?
I'm sorry, what was the song called that you just...
The Promise.
Okay. I don't know offhand.
So if I don't have that one, Don't Be Scared by the Rex. That one's good. And then I have Sex Tape by Deftones. I don't know if I put that one in there.
I don't think so.
Okay, I had a few Deftones.
I don't think you have any of them.
Oh, and that's it for me, baby.
Alex, what do you got?
Let's see. I got two this week that I've been jamming to. One is Strangers by Bring Me the Horizon.
Oh my god, it was fucking...
Can you feel my do-do-do-do-do-do?
Oh my god.
Excellent rendition. Good
Thanks.
work.
What else you got?
And the other one is a song that I forgot was a Linkin Park song because I did not know it existed, let alone on my favorite album. And that is My December by Linkin Park.
I miss What I've Done by
I-
Linkin Park.
I recognize that song name, but I don't know the song.
Yeah, it was my thing too. I was looking like, oh, Hybrid Theory. I had that like on a CD. I listened to that all the fucking time. What is this song? How is this here? Why do I have no knowledge of it? And it's kind of a sad, depressing song, and that's fine. But as an older, traumatized person, I can vibe with it now.
So
What you got, buddy?
it's October, which every year means it's Worlds for League of Legends.
Sure.
And I
Yes,
don't
that is
have
what everyone knows about October.
I don't have the World's anthem because I really don't care for that song.
Sure.
So I have the orchestral theme instead. World's 2022 orchestral theme. And then I have Cardigan by Emotional Orange. That's
Is there a particular emotion of the orange, or just it expresses itself?
I don't know.
Fucking stumped him, ladies and gentlemen. Got him. Yeah.
What the fuck was the question?
Was there an emotion in particular that the orange is displaying, or is it just in touch with its emotions?
No, it's just cold. It needs a cardigan.
That's not an emotion. Wow.
But that's the song. Emotional Orange. It needed a...
Emotional Orange is the artist.
Right, and the song was Cardigan.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
When it was feeling that song, it was feeling cold.
You assume. Have you listened to the lyrics? It might be describing its burning hatred of cardigans.
Does it talk about cardigans?
It says
Does it talk about his
Cardigans-
roommate that wears a cardigan and got so much more puss than he did because of it?
No.
And he's upset that he can't rock a cardigan?
No.
Well, it's true, baby.
Go to Genius, check it out. Third line of the song.
A
It's
lot,
there.
a lot of their music is.
Don't worry, check it. It's there.
Oh my god!
I
All right.
promise. You
Time
can
to
trust
time
me.
to end this.
It's been
Jesus
fun.
Christ.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thanks for hanging out, everyone in the stream chat. Appreciate you
Yeah.
guys. We paid attention to you almost. It was great.
Yeah, it helps when we have people actually chatting in the chat.
Thank you, random viewer.
Yeah. Come back next time when we stream whatever the fuck that is.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Follow us.
As always, you can follow us on Twitter at Take of the Day Pod, Facebook at Take of the Day Podcast, here on Twitch at Take of the Day Podcast. You can follow us, get notifications when we go live. You can sub to us on YouTube and watch our videos of our podcast and other videos that we post. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, any other app you use to listen to podcasts, Overcast, Bullhorn, whatever it may be, and just share.
Oh yeah,
Share. And any of the songs that we list off here, if you're wondering like what the fuck is this all about, we do put those into a Spotify playlist, so go check that out too, and that'll be posted.
It makes a very
at some point.
confused road trick playlist. Very confused.
do we have the podcast? Sorry, the
Playlist?
the playlist posted on the podcasts, like websites and stuff?
Yes, it is part of the link tree, and that is in the description of this episode on the video and audio version.
Awesome. Cool.
Pretty sure it is. If it's not, I'll make sure I add it. So.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's been fun.
Yes.
Thanks for hanging out. Catch you guys next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.